Good evening. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live on the YouTube channel of the Team Up Series. The week that was college football history review, the 1982 college football season from November 20th, 1982. This is week 12. We're going to start with Louisiana State, number 12 team in the country, beating number 7 Florida State. About two top 12 teams. Louisiana State 155-21. The Resurgent Tigers secured the Orange Bowl bid for the impressive win. LSU gained 602 yards with tailback Dalton Hilliard bumping and twisting for 183 yards and 36 carries, scoring 4 touchdowns, 3 runs, 46-yard reception. Hilliard broke Georgia tailback Herschel Walker's 2-year-old freshman record for touchdowns at 16. Meanwhile, Tigers quarterback Allen Risher pitched scoring strikes of 34 yards and 70 yards to wide receiver Eric Martin. Seminoles quarterback Kelly Lowry threw for touchdowns, and alternate quarterback Blair Williams threw 21-yard touchdown to wide receiver Jesse Hester. It was heady and insurmountable pace set by LSU's offense. Ohio State beats Michigan, the number 13 team in the country, by a score of 24-14. Ohio State could do no better than come within half game at 7-1. 7-1 in conference play of Wolverines. First time since 1971 where we had no bearing on Rose Bowl berth because at 8-0, Michigan already was guaranteed Pasadena trip. Still, Buckeyes had plenty of incentive. Tailback Tim Spencer ran for 124 yards and 2 touchdowns as Ohio State took advantage of 6 turnovers set up each Buckeye punt. Key turnover was fumbled by wide receiver Anthony Carter, which score tied at 14-14 after he took option pitch out on 14-yard line. Ohio State safety Doug Hill punts down fumble after combining with linebacker Roland Tatum on tackle. Spencer scored vital short touchdown soon thereafter for 21-14 lead midway through the fourth quarter. Michigan quarterback Steve Smith struggled with 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles, but quarterback Lawrence Ricks sparkled Michigan offense with 110 yards rushing. Arkansas and Southern Methodist matchup between Arkansas, the number 9 team in the country, and number 2 Southern Methodist. This matchup of 2 top 10 teams resulted in a 17-17 tie, needing tie to clinch second straight Southwest Conference title, the first Cotton Bowl appearance since 1966. Mustangs drove 80 yards drive behind quarterback Lance McElhenney to tie it on 2-yard quarterback option keeper. Controversial pass and a fitness penalty contributed 40 yards to SMU's Hawes. Hawes cornerback Nathan Jones was flagged, but did he pull up when the pass was overthrown only to have wide receiver Jackie Wilson run into him, or did he shield Wilson away from pass? Ponies Wilson admitted later that he was acting on play. Razorbacks tailback Gary Anderson scored 2 touchdowns on 3-yard runs and caught 5 passes, 82 yards to lead offense that gained 330 yards. Mustangs tailback Eric Nixon rushed for 81 yards and becoming all-time Southwest Conference rushing leader with 4,450 yards, passing Errol Campbell of Texas. Next, we got the Air Force Academy beating Notre Dame, the number 18 team in the country, 30-17. Falcons chased Notre Dame out of rankings as Wishbone fooled Irish's bigger defenders. Quarterback Marty Luthen rushed for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns, and kickers Sion Pavlich added 3 field goals to pass Air Force's first series win in 12 tries. Air Force converted turnovers into 2 touchdowns and for a 17-0 halftime lead. 17-0 lead for Air Force. After third string quarterback Jim O'Hara led field goal for the Irish, Luthen finished them off with 8-yard drive to halfback Jody Simmons' 3-yard touchdown run. Luthen paced drive with 55-yard burst up middle. O'Hara threw 2 touchdowns with 55-yard pitch to wide receiver Joe Howard. When we walked into the stadium, we all knew that we would win the game, says Air Force Academy coach Ken Hatfield. We were ready. Brigham Young beat Utah by a score of 17-12. Southern California lost to UCLA 20-19. Southern California was ranked number 15. UCLA was ranked number 11. UCLA won 120 to 19. UCLA won 20 to 19. With no time left, game and possible Rose Bowl berth came down to two-point conversion tried by Southern California. Trojans had just scored on a 1-yard touchdown pass to tight end Mark Boyle. Quarterback Scott Tinsley dropped back but was hammered by nose guard Carl Morgan, whose sack preserved Bruins win. Pressure had been on UCLA defense the entire second half as offense, which had scored touchdowns on first two possessions of first half, managed only one first down in the second half. Bruins managed winning 3 points in the second half on kicker John Lee's 45-yard field goal in third quarter, set up by Tinsley's fumble at USC 29-yard line, covered by defensive tackle Mark Whalen. Lee's three-pointer bumped lead to 20-10, but Trojans dominated fourth quarter, marching 55 yards to 22-yard field goal by kicker Steve Jordan. 6 yards to Boyle touchdown. Washington State beat Washington, the number 5 team in the country, by a score of 24-20. Logjam atop Pac-10 standings was freed of one Rose Bowl aspirant as Washington was chopped down in Apple Cup rivalry. Huskies down 21-20 had late chance to take lead, but very liable kicker Chuck Nelson with NCAA record 30 field goals straight to his credit missed 32-yard field goal with 4:35 left. Washington State preserved its win as safety Rob Treese, blindsided quarterback Washington Tim McCown went to force fumble recovered by Cougars safety Joe Waters at Washington 28-yard line. Kicker John Truant soon added the insurance 38-yard field goal in final minute, while Zoo tailback Tim Harris rushed for 124 yards, 28-yard touchdown in third quarter for 21. So it's good. And field goal James Matthews, 112 yards touchdown rushing. Wide receiver Anthony Allen caught 9 passes for 140 yards. And touchdowns 24 yards to open scoring, 16 yards to give. Husky 17-7 lead late in the first half, while tailback Jock Robinson rushed for 137 yards and ecstatic Washington State fans not only tore down goalposts but sent them flowing down Palouse River. And last but not least, the game of the year was between California and Stanford. California beat Stanford 25-20. Game's final play has been seen over and over and still remains difficult to fathom. Multiple laterals, some blind, all hitting their mark. Stanford's band assembling on field in apparent victory. California safety Kevin Moen running over trombone player Gary Tyrell in his zone. Forgotten is that Golden State behind quarterback Gail Gilbert led for most of the game on way to capping stormy but successful first season for Coach Joe Cap. Stanford rallied as quarterback John Elway, who needed win in his final game to go for first bowl game. Threw for 260 yards in the second half, clicking on touchdowns of 2 yards and 43 yards to Vincent White in third quarter. On late go-ahead field goal drive, Elway marched his squad of 70 yards to Cal 17-yard line, hitting fourth and 17 pass of 29 yards to wide receiver Emil Harry, completed early in the last desperate series. Stanford kicker Mark Hellman's 35-yard field goal with 4 seconds left set off wild celebrations that cost Stanford an important 15-yard field goal penalty. Walk-off forced Harmon to kick off from his 25-yard line. Naval moment to begin final play with catcher Scribby corner golf at California 46-yard line. Moen quickly whipped over right hand lateral to defensive back Richard Rogers, who pitched to halfback Dwight Garner. Controversy set in next as Garner was swarmed over by Cardinal and was nearly back tackled. If his knee did not touch the ground, it came close. He flipped ball back to Rogers, who lateraled it to wide receiver Marriott Ford. All of that mischief gained less than 10 yards, but ran to the 20-yard line and attracted 6 defenders for a blindly flipping ball over his head to Moen as Ford was hit by 3 tacklers. Moen and Coward of Stanford read between him and end zone, but Mob was celebrating band members after all. Several Stanford players had left bench too, thinking Garner had been stopped. Moen sliced through Stewart in front of him, scored winning touchdown, jubilantly lofting ball above his head before running over Tyrell, who became minor celebrity. Officials huddled for 5 minutes before allowing Bears a touchdown. This was an insult to college football. There's no way it should have happened. They ruined my entire college career. Right. So that includes look at week 12 between the games that were played on November 20th, 1982. The games that were played on November 20th, 1982, week 12. College football review, 1982 college football season. Let's look at the AP poll for November 22nd. Michigan was number 20, 19 Tulsa, 18 Ohio State, 17 Southern California, 16 Maryland, 15 Florida State, 14 Texas, 13 Washington, 12 West Virginia, 11 Oklahoma, number 10 Clemson, number 9 Arkansas, 8 UCLA, 7 Louisiana State, 6 Arizona State, 5 Pittsburgh, 4 Southern Methodist, number 3 Nebraska, number 2 Penn State, and number 1 Georgia. Number 1 Georgia, Penn State 2, 3 Nebraska, 4 Southern Methodist, 5 Pittsburgh, 6 Arizona State, 7 Arizona Louisiana State, 7 UCLA, 8 Arkansas, 9 and Clemson, number 10. Oklahoma 11, West Virginia 12, Washington 13, 14 Texas, 15 Florida State, 16 Maryland, 17 Southern California, 18 Ohio State, 19 Tulsa, Michigan number 20. So that includes look at college football history review, the 1982 college football season. Games that played on November 20th, 1982, calling the game of the year between California and Stanford. Because I just come on the channel, do a video this magnitude tomorrow. Till then, talk to you soon.